Circle 4, 8, 5. Circle. Turn the 8. Yes, and go. Now this is an exercise. It's very unusual to do something like this. Circle 4, 8, 5. That's good. Yielding, I take the blade. He slides it to his guard. He has me. Now he goes because he has the blade on his guard. 4 or 5. 4 or 5 to the toe. Got it. Quasi.
Attack?
Same with quasi.
Okay.
Okay. So we start off with a preparatory action. Maybe it hits, maybe it doesn't. What's the purpose of a preparation? Is to either possibly score, but mostly to get the opponent to do something you can predict. You create the situation for the action you really mean to do. There's setup stuff, tap dancing and moving and false feints and all that kind of stuff. The preparation is what happens right before the serious action. And that's the one that creates the moment for the serious action. A vulnerability, an open line, the right distance, the right balance, a target opening that you can predict. And in that way, the target doesn't have to be open. The target can be, I have the blade. There's an awful lot of target back here. You've got to get past the point, but that's something we've worked on a lot. Okay. Now, I'm going to attack, take circle 6 and just stop. Convert the third. Now step in. Then close. See, this is 6, this is 3. I'm going to take the blade in 6 opposition, and he's going to take back in third. Lift the point a little more.
Here?
Just fine.
Yeah.
How does he make my blade go to his guard when I've got him in my guard? I lift the tip. Lift the tip, it slides to the guard. Now he's got this. The weak of my blade's on the strongest part of his. Now he's at liberty, while keeping it there, just put the point somewhere. It's usually right in the belly button. Or as we like to say, in the pupik, for those of you who understand what that means. Flesh a little early. How about not fleshing?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's try.
Yeah, it's doable. A lot of false reactions. Sooner or later he knows where it's going to be. He was able to do it. Now, it doesn't mean as a high school fence, you always want to take 6, go to 3, and move in. But sometimes people just go to say, oh, look, oh, look what I found.
Guys, this is practice. Epic. All we talk about is soft elbow. If you have a soft elbow and the distance is right, you need to make creative remise, okay? Yielding parry remise.
Okay.
This is why.
take 5, look for the blade above your head, take the umbrella. When he releases my blade. Past him, yes. Not only above, but if it's in front of his face, he gets an extra nostril. He doesn't need that. If the point is past you and he closes, I can't get my weapon back in anything like time enough to do anything about it. Okay. Same thing, a little bit sharper still. Present the blade first. I'm going to leave it there strongly.
My touch. I got hit. That's his guard.
And I get a red card for hitting the face with the guard.
What was guard or pommel?
50-50. If I sell it.
You might sell, yeah, you can sell it a little. like basketball players, right?
Now I can try to hit him in the face, I'm going to miss by that much, and that's really much better. Two shots, make the remise when you're here. Yeah, no, higher. Why not? The point's in front of the body, I'm over there, you could hit 3 of them. One little light. Straight up, not second. Close on the second. That's, by getting closer, it still makes it even harder for me to get my weapon free. Okay. Questions so far? Now, what you're seeing, if you're noticing, is the movements that I make to cause him to make adjustments. There's something like a fencer would do. But there is a language between us as well. So there is always a language you develop with your coach. Sometimes it's more subtle, sometimes it's less subtle, sometimes it's blatant, sometimes it's what was that coach? They may not ask you, but okay. Same preparation, don't go. Take it. 2. No, not so close.
Yeah.
That's the rehearsal. One of the things that people like to do against 6 oppositions is a yield in preem. Once again, not necessarily important in high school, but when you see it happening, you have to have an answer. Okay. You know what preem is? It's this.
They match.
Start with the 5, stop. Take the 6. Good. Okay. Good. Reach out with the 6. 5. 6, reach out. One solution. The other solution is a 2. Don't close so fast. That's it. A little more penetration. That's the 2 you were talking about.
Well, maybe this.
Does he need to make that beat?
No.
Depends. It always depends, ain't no always. I was a sociology major. One thing we learned there is sociology ain't no always. Fencing ain't no always. But there's always a reason why you do something and a reason not to do something. This was a tempo break where I'm standing in preem, he's got it covered, and before before I can release it, he's inside my blade again. You can just do a two opposition. Now he doesn't have to complete this time. The guard stays on my weapon. Now this time yield to third. Different ways of getting to the same place. When he was going over the blade, it looked like I had a chance to hit him. But when I point over here, by the time it comes out, he's hit the blade. In this one, he never gives me a chance to get loose. He's in a 6th position, I'm in this position. Okay? If I go like this, I might get it. But if he inverts his weapon and puts the guard in front of my blade, I can't do anything, I'm stuck. Let's show it again.
Which one? 3, 2.
Same action we just did. Right, there's no way to get there. One more. And back. It's easy opposition. It's a little too close. Back off. What are we doing? Something we've done many times. You don't have to put your hand up. It's okay. We're working on opposition, the relationship of the blades in a simple opposition, and the timing of the extension versus the presentation of the blade. If I stand there like this for a while and eventually he does an opposition, it's not about ready. This is a warm-up of the readiness for the action when it's really an action. Okay. In 4. Don't bend too far. Too far. Okay? So you see, my blade is out there, but by the time he's over here, my blade's over there. He's putting it there, but he's putting it there by wedging it out. Meeting the blade correctly and making the opposition. As he penetrates, it moves my blade out progressively. Okay. Take a hit.
Where? There?
Nice place.
Okay.
Circle 6.
With imitation and distance from there. Okay.
Now it's a different target, it's a different way of binding the blade. I'm going to do something about it this time. But the only block for that is to get into it, because he's got an angle to hit. So I get into it. But he still has the initiative. He's got my blade on his guard. He's perfectly happy to hit me from there. There's no escape if he keeps his mind on the target. It's a different version. You notice that once you get in there and you have the tools to do an action against the defense, you do them. I'm defending, and I'm getting hit, and I'm getting hit without recourse. There's nothing I can go back and do about that at that moment. That's kind of the idea. On guard. 4 quasi. That's right. Do the thigh, right. Keep the blade. Right, that's it. I made a parry, rolled the blade over, put the point between the bodies. Notice he didn't go back to distance because he had enough distance for the action. Okay. This is little guy epic. That's it. That's right. Not it.
It's safer, guys.
Patience.
I think
What do you do?
it's safer.
Get this guard on my blade, put the point between the bodies with a bent arm, and very smoothly place the point from close distance. Does that have to be faced at big distance all the time? No. Sometimes you want to get closer, sometimes you want to be far away. Depends on what you're able to do.
You don't start. You don't start at this distance, like what Vital is saying. Like you collapse the distance, and then you make lots of stuff. But you can.
But the most important part of this is it has to be a surprise to the opponent.
Yeah.
You need a lot of work, especially for born dead feeling. Sword and
Convert to 3 and close.
and sword.
What happens? I couldn't disengage. I could have tried. Take the 6, convert to 3, stop. Where am I going to go? To the infirmary.
Nowhere is
Notice
there
the hand turns, the fingering changes a little bit so they can place it. It almost becomes a saber grip. Okay. Same action. Let's keep it up. I'm going to get over here. See a difference? Okay. There's a moment of alertness in there where I changed something, and he was able to have the counter change pretty much on the fly. He syncopated his approach step to allow that moment for him to correct, to take advantage of what I had given him, and he could keep on coming. Okay. 4 or 5 to the hip. Forward. Patience. Right. So by changing the timing, changing the distance, he had to give himself a moment to see where it really was going to be. Not where it is, where it's going to be. Right? All right. Looks like foil, right? Looks like a parry counter riposte, but it's actually an opposition preempting my riposte. Everybody know the word preempting? Yeah. Do not allow it to be completed. Take advantage of it before it can be completed. Okay. Circle 6 feet. In. Too close. Short lunge. Do something.
Okay.
He keeps trying to tell himself to do something.
Stop.
That wasn't it. The light would have been on.
Alright, stop.
Typical defense, if you catch the person's moment of where they can't go backwards for a split second and the hand is attacked. People normally take their hand back. Hand is back, body is back. They're giving you a lesson. Hit him. Did he? Variation, similar. So he provokes the blade and waits till it's right. Meanwhile, as he's approaching me, he's controlling the distance, controlling the balance. So when it's time to go, everything's ready to go. You practice the footwork so you can do that spontaneously. There's not a lot of meditation into that particular action. Some to recognize what's going on, but not how to place your feet. You do a couple 100,000 of those things, and then your body knows how to do it. I got it. Circle 4. And then take 8 to the thigh. Okay. More fluidly now. Counter action, counter to the counter. Went to the thigh. If I step back and make a stop hit, he's in control enough to take the stop hit and make it to his touch. Good hit.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. Hit the flick this time. Right? A lot of ways to stop a flick. But giving the guy the blade right away afterwards is probably not the best way. But block and put the blade there. The blade is sideways and he's going straight. The leverage is all with the straight. Okay. Circle 6. 3. Carry it over. Over the top. Over the top.
Oh, okay.
Keep the blade. By the time my blade comes free, the point is behind his body. This is not something for a high school team to be doing right now. No, it exists. Okay, now, about tempo.
Okay.
You see the differences? What did I change?
Detection, very
I
good.
did a go, no, go, go.
Remarkable.
He sees what he needs to do. He has to get a visual cue and a sense of my timing
Preparation attack.
to actually do the action. You don't show the action ahead of time.
Flash.
You have it in your mind, so when it comes where you expect it to be, you're ready to go with it. At that point, you don't think anymore. You start the action.
After pop.
Actions have to start correctly. If you practice them enough, they will complete themselves rather automatically. But the start moment is key. On guard. Feet advance to the hand. Feet advance hand toe.
That is a skill.
Thank you.
I don't want to do it.
You missed.
Actually, I'm fairly well protected, which is getting really silly. Fit to the toe, take high. Keep your finger.
Okay.
Not quite so close.
Short lunge to the toe. Lunge. Okay.
Short lunge and then finish.
Okay.
Same finish. More commitment to the toe. More persuasive. Don't rush.
Okay.
Typical solution, somebody attacking your toe, assuming that they might, is stop hit to here. Not to here, because this moves all over the place. This is almost always in the same place it was before. So you go there. Well, there's an answer. The answer is you do the action false, you draw that intuitive response, and then you take advantage of it. Did you notice the action that just happened with that flush was the action we opened the lesson with? Did you realize it? Did you notice? Some of you noticed. That's why you open with that action, because you get a feel for the blade that stays with you through through the lesson and through bouting. After enough repetitions, if that blade's hanging out there, you have it. My coach, Maestro Chisar, would have you do whatever you were doing, and then out of clear blue sky, you put a blade right down Main Street. And some people get scared and don't go. That was the golden opportunity. He didn't much care whether you did a hard beat or an opposition or a bind, whatever it was. But a blade down Main Street is yours. And if I ever find the videos, I'll share. So, how we doing? Good, okay. Here. Step forward 5 press. All right. Yep. Advance to the short lunge. The last two looked like the same, but they weren't. What cued him to the flesh versus what he had done before, which was a little flick riposta? What was the difference?
Yeah.
What was the difference? Why did he make a flesh on that one and on the one before he just hit me on the arm? It's absolutely correct. Hey guys. I had pulled distance. It's subtle. We talked last night about the things that coaches do differently. Wang was talking about the way the coaches at a certain level have to have some variety and some flexibility and some nuance and so on. This was a pretty easy nuance to see from straight on.